At first, it can be quite hard for me since I have a lot of distractions around me and my friends always invite me to play games. But after a while, when I study for 10 minutes, I can concentrate on lessons effectively.
That's a good start. You express the challenge clearly, but let's improve the grammar and flow. You could say something like, "At first, it can be quite difficult for me to concentrate because I have a lot of distractions around me. My friends often invite me to play games, so sometimes after just 10 minutes of studying, I lose focus and I can't keep my concentration." For feedback and band score, I'd say around band 5.5. You have a clear structure and some good ideas, but you need smoother grammar and a bit more fluency in linking your sentences. Keep practicing. Of course. Here's your next question. Was it difficult to learn to ride a bike?
In my opinion, learning to ride a bike at first can be quite challenging because riding a bike habit requires you understand the techniques and it's hard to ride well. But after
That's
my effort and my parents gave me a lot of step-by-step instructions, it became easy.
That's better. Let's refine it slightly for a smoother flow. You could say, in my opinion, learning to ride a bike was challenging at first because it requires a good understanding of balance and coordination. However, with a lot of practice and my parents' step by step guidance, it eventually became much easier. For the band score, I'd say around band 6. You're organizing your ideas well, but you still need a bit more fluidity and detail to reach a higher score. No problem. Here's your next question. Is it difficult to keep a healthy diet?
In the beginning, keeping a healthy diet can be quite frustrating because it requires you the discipline and you must follow the list. But after my efforts, I feel it's very easy because I practice on a daily basis and avoid some fast foods.
That's a good start. Let's adjust the grammar and flow a bit. You could say, yes, I think keeping a healthy diet can be quite challenging because it requires planning and discipline. However, with consistent effort and daily practice, I found it easier, especially by avoiding fast food. For your band score, I'd place you around band 6. You express ideas clearly, but adding a few more examples or more precise vocabulary would help you reach a higher level. Of course. Here's your next question. Do you find it difficult to manage your time?
In my opinion, managing my time can be frustrating at first because it's very difficult to do it and it requires you discipline. But after my effort, I play a release, make a effort, and ask my parents, it become easy.
That's a good attempt. Let's smooth it out a bit. You could say, in my opinion, managing my time can be quite difficult at first because it requires discipline and good planning. However, after putting in effort and making a plan and also getting advice from my parents, it has become much easier. For a band score, I'd say around band 6. You have a clear structure and you express your ideas, but you still need a bit more accuracy in grammar and a wider range of vocabulary to put. Sure. Here's your next question. Is it difficult to save money these days?
In these days, saving money is so hard for me because surrounding me having a lot of which he can buy. Moreover, saving money requires you discipline and effort to do it. But
That's
after
a
my
good
effort,
attempt. Let's refine it a bit more. You could say saving money these days is quite hard for me because there are so many tempting things to buy around me. Also, saving requires a lot of discipline and consistent effort. For your band score, I'd say around band 6. You're clearly expressing your ideas, but adding some more variety in vocabulary and sentence structure would help you reach a high. Of course, here's your next question. Do you find it difficult to say no to people?
in the beginning, saying no to people can be quite frustrating because it's a people pleaser and I feel very lightly. After a while, but after a while, I practice more and become more mature. Say no
That
to people can be easily.
exactly. Let's refine it a bit more for clarity and flow. You could say, yes, saying no to people can be difficult for me because I'm a people pleaser and I often feel guilty. However, with practice, I've become more confident and it's easier for me now. For the band score, I'd say around band 6. You express your ideas, but adding a bit more variety in vocabulary and more precise linking words will help you reach a higher band. Sure. Here's your next question. Was learning to drive difficult to you?
In the beginning, learning to drive can be quite challenging for me because it requires me have the good understandings of techniques and the way to do it. But after my efforts and my friend and family uh, give me a lot of good answers so that I can do it well.
That's a good effort. Let's smooth it out. You could say, at the beginning, learning to drive was quite challenging for me because it required a solid understanding of techniques and how to stay safe. However, with a lot of effort and support from my friends and family, I was able to overcome the difficulties and become much more confident. For your band score, I'd say around band 6. You have clear ideas and structure, but working on grammar and a bit more varied vocabulary would help you reach a higher band. Of course. Here's your next question. Do you find it difficult to concentrate when studying?
At first, it can be quite hard for me since I have a lot of distractions and my friends always invite me to do play game. But after my effort, when I study for 10 minutes, I can concentrate on lessons effectively.
That's a good attempt. Let's refine it a bit more. You could say it can be quite hard for me to concentrate when studying because I have a lot of distractions. My friends often invite me to play games. But after putting in some effort, I can focus better, especially if I study in short, structured sessions. For band score, I'd give you around a band 6. You express your ideas clearly, but adding a bit more variety and linking words will strengthen your answer. Keep it up.